Greetings and welcome back everyone. If you like these videos, be sure to share them with your friends to help the channel grow. I'm CryptoSnake, back again to bring you some Bitcoin analysis. I want to start this video out by overviewing some of the bearish indicators that we're seeing play out, followed by the bullish indicators. This area is very heavily convoluted and could easily go in either direction right now. And I do believe that we are coming up to a very critical point in Bitcoin. Flipping over to the Binance chart, we have now posted the third bearish indicator on the SAR dot, or the stop and reverse indicator, indicating that the trend is now down. We've also posted two SAR dots on Coinbase. Now, I gave this heads up out to my free Telegram group and Twitter the other day, as these SAR dots posting bearish was very concerning for the potential pump from this location, as it would offer a bit of heavy resistance. However, a short squeeze would also just break right through these, so there is still the possibility of a short squeeze, but a gradual pump would start meeting some resistance from this area. Now, another concerning factor, which is leaning me to be both split between bullish and bearish right now, is this potential descending triangle that's forming on the daily. While it's not perfect, it does bring our descending wedge into question, which I formed out in the previous video for a potential breakout. And if you don't know what a descending wedge does, it generally continues through this area, bouncing like this, and then breaks up like that. Now, a descending wedge, on the other hand, will bounce between this descending area, gradually making lower and lower peaks, eventually coming to the end and then breaking back down. Now onto some bullish factors. First and foremost is that we have held the descending wedge formation successfully. The RSI is still very much down in the oversold territory. The Williams %R is now very heavily overextended down into the bearish territory, indicating that the likeliness of a break back up is more likely than continuing down. This would be a reversal of the momentum. Now, the Kappa curve, which is the measurement of the overall trend in which direction we are headed, is still increasing, but it is starting to slow, which is mildly concerning. As for the Ichimoku system, the price is also heavily overextended from the daily Kijinsen, down around 11%. The price normally will attempt to pull back to this Kijinsen. And if we take a look back at the Chiku span, it is just now hitting support around the 35.65 level. If we break through this critical support, we are very likely to continue dumping. That would be a breakthrough of this descending triangle, and I would be looking to short that location. So we're definitely coming up to a critical juncture here, with the price either breaking out of this wedge, going aggressively up, or out of this descending triangle with some force. However, the descending triangle formation normally does try to get at least a little bit closer towards the end, so we may see one more bounce before going through. So this test of the around 3900 level, give or take, would be the absolute critical juncture. Either we break out of this wedge and move into a bullish pattern, or we break back down. And if we break back down, we are definitely confirmed to break down out of this triangle. So the question is, will we break all the way back down to 1800 or smash upwards to test the 5000 level? One other potentially bullish move out of this would be the double bottom support hit. This would be the second hit here. Normally a double bottom breaks up violently, so I do recommend exercising caution in this area, as it could go either direction. Now, there are some other factors in play here, which I will address later in the video. If you'd like to join my free Telegram for insights on the market, including Bitcoin, altcoins, and a sneak peek to my personal entries and exits, join t.me/cryptosnakepit. Links directly to the chat and a link on how to install Telegram, which is a free chat program I use to communicate with my VIPs, in the description below. I've also launched my official Twitter, so follow me at CryptoSnakeVIP to get regular updates. And December is officially here, and I've cleared out my gains chart, and this month is starting out absolutely great. And here's a preview of last month's gains. I also give out hot altcoin swing positions every week to my VIPs. If you want information on how to get into the VIP group to be part of these trades, the information is also in the description below. And I'm always happy to answer questions. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me on Telegram at officialcryptosnake. So one factor I want to discuss here about Bitcoin dumping right now, even though the TA suggests that we are more likely to break up and bounce from this location, there is a possibility that we won't bounce at all. And why is that? That would be because of Ethereum. Ethereum is essentially dying. It is absolutely just crashing. And if you don't know, Ethereum is essentially the mother of most ICOs. So when it gets down to these prices, people start abandoning it. The ICO projects tend to sell out for liquid capital, as they're afraid that it's going to dump further. And of course, that snowball effect continues down. So now that we have broken through the support around the 104, we are starting to tumble down. And the next support wouldn't be until around 65 or so, possibly some light support up around 80. But if Ethereum decides to take a nosedive, it will absolutely take Bitcoin with it. It has been relatively controlling the market, just as Bitcoin Cash has been controlling the market. There's also been another development with miners. Miners are no longer profitable mining Bitcoin or Ethereum. Now, is that necessarily bad news? Well, if you're a miner, not really, because it brings down the difficulty so you can actually mine more. But it's also a double-edged sword, because one, it means that miners will have less liquidity in the market. They won't be selling out their Bitcoins or Ethereum for profit, but it also means that there'll be less sell pressure because they won't be taking those mined assets and immediately selling them out of the market. So that may actually help in favor of the bulls for a potential pump. Some other news today, which again, this may be another reason for Bitcoin's sudden dump. I really don't think it should influence the market this much, as it really doesn't matter. SEC has again, of course, delayed the decision on the VanEck SolidX Bitcoin ETF. Now, I'm not going to go into it in depth enough. I'm sure you have all heard about the ETF and it's been beaten into existence. Oh, the SEC delayed it again, and then Bitcoin dumped every time. So no surprises here. Moving on to the market health, we dropped about $8 billion out of the market cap. Bitcoin dominance is still trending within the 54 to 53% range, and the market went for a complete and utter tumble. This managed to take most altcoin positions with them, or dropping around 5 to 7% at least on most altcoins. So now another story I want to cover here is the bets on Bitcoin price decline hit 6-week high. So this is a measurement of the Bitcoin shorts, which I normally cover and I will cover here shortly. Bitcoin shorts are now hitting an almost historic high. The last time this happened, we had an absolutely savage pump out of it, just a mass cascading Bitcoin liquidation on shorts, and we are now nearing that peak once again. Flipping over to the Bitcoin shorts chart so we can see this in real time what this looks like. We are nearing the all-time high on shorts once again. Normally this breaks down violently and smashes right back down. This would now be the 5th attempt at this all-time high level. The previous breakdown happened exactly around this level as well, but it can potentially go up to around 40,000. Now the Kappa curve suggests that we are likely to break down from this level as well. We are starting to near this, so we may see a gigantic short squeeze in the next couple of days or weeks. Now, what price that would trigger at, I can't say for sure. That could trigger all the way on the way down to 1800. It could trigger around the 3000 level, 3200 before triggering. But at some point, those shorts will be liquidated and the price will go for an absolutely savage pump. Now another article over on CoinDesk, Bitcoin is still on the defensive, but price rally possible over 3.9k. So this basically lays out what I was saying about the symmetrical triangle in the previous video and the descending wedge, that a break above 3.9 would instigate a bull rally, which could potentially trigger those short squeezes that I mentioned earlier. So just to recap really fast, I'm about 50-50% split right now. You can honestly just flip a coin, pick a direction, and hope. In the next coming days or so, Bitcoin is either going down to test 3,000 or it is going all the way back up to around the 4,000 range, breaking out of this wedge or breaking down out of this descending triangle. I will give that update to my VIPs as soon as I see any confirmation of either direction. But as it stands right now, this is a relatively no trade area. So that's it for today's technical analysis. If you do make any trades today, I wish you luck. Please join me in my free Telegram at t.me/cryptosnakepit, where I give up-to-the-minute updates on Bitcoin and my personal exits and entries for the private VIP group. Also included is our private VIP chat, where you can chat with many of our experienced savage traders, get personal technical analysis from me, and answer any questions you might have. This is Crypto Snake, signing off.